My name is Richard Blumenthal. I live in Mission Viejo. I'm here to talk about smart meters today. 50 years ago, there was a public debate about the dangers of smoking. It took hundreds of thousands of deaths over the course of decades to establish the link that we now take for granted. Today's discussion on smart meters is similar in nature. There are electrosensitive people like Sandy and Shane, who you're going to hear from later today. They're sitting right over there, who suffer extremely severe health hazards due to smart meters. Once you hear their story, you understand how they identified smart meters as a source of the problem, the extent, how difficult the problems are that they suffer from, and they are very, very extreme. There can be no question about the dangers of smart meters. I'm very upset that the electrical utilities, in particular Southern California Edison, where I live in Mission Viejo, is putting this all over the state, and I'm very concerned that there is going to be tremendous health backlash as a result of that. And I'm asking the PUC to please take these stories seriously. It's not just an occasional anecdotal problem, but I believe it's going to be a widespread public health menace, and only you can figure out a way to quell the menace. Thank you very much.
My name is Sandy Aders. I don't know how much I can put into this short period of time. My life has been completely turned upside down and around and backwards because of the placement of smart meter. I purchased a home. I was not informed that I was going to be in the pilot program. I was completely cloaked. I had no idea what was harming me. I was given no information. I fought for 9 months to try to figure out why I was vibrating, why my ears were ringing, why the back of my head felt electrified, why we had insomnia, why we had nausea, why, and why when we left our house we felt so much better. We ran from a smart meter, unknowingly what the harm it was causing us. We didn't even know that we had a smart meter. It wasn't until I came to California to try to find a place to recover and heal that I discovered from all my evidence, my videotaping, my parabolic dish, shortwave radio, different, that it was a smart meter. And I thank God that I knew what hurt me. But I ran right into them in San Clemente. I fought very hard not to have them put in our area. Just the infrastructure itself hurts me. I have slept in tents. I sleep without my power. I would rather have no electricity than be subject to everything in this room and every gadget all you people love to use. My life is ruined. I want my eyes back. Both my husband and I were diagnosed with glaucoma, and if you look at the records, the eye pressure levels were increased right at the time that the meter was placed on our home. And nobody can give me that back. Nobody can make my heart healthy again. Nobody can make this vibrating go away. There's no white zone, no safe zone for anybody to go and recover in. And the commission needs to think about that. If you want this technology out there, you need to create a safe place for people to go to. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Shane Gregory. I am here today to speak about how smart meters have affected my life. I have been disabled since 1987 in the aftermath of 4 brain surgeries that included the placement of Teflon in my brainstem. I have managed to live a fairly healthy and happy life. That changed drastically on July 28th when a bank of GE Trilliant smart meters were placed on my building by Burbank Water and Power. At the time, I didn't know what a smart meter was. Within a short time after installation, I began to experience headaches, nausea, heart palpitations, insomnia, and an odd sense of agitation. These symptoms became intolerable, and I have had to leave my apartment. I have been living out of my car for over 2 months, sleeping at the homes of friends and family who live in LA City, where there are no smart meters yet. I am desperately trying to find a new place to live in an area that does not have smart meters. This is being enormously challenging. As a disabled person, I live on Social Security disability and rely upon Section 8 housing subsidies to survive. The smart meters are causing me to lose my home of 23 years. I have few options and what options I do have are very limited due to the scarcity of safe and available Section 8 accommodations. When I told the board of Burbank Water and Power about my experience, one board member suggested that I simply move out of the city of Burbank. When I wrote to Judge Yip Kikugawa, I was told by her office that the CPUC had no authority over Burbank Water and Power and directed me to address my city council. When I told my city council, the response was that the utility needed to do a better job of earning the public's trust. This is not a trust issue. The meters and the mesh network in which they function pose a danger to many people. In my immediate neighborhood, there are several people who are suffering from some of the same symptoms. One need not be disabled to be affected by pulsed, non-thermal, non-ionizing radiation. It's an equal opportunity irritant. My civil rights and human rights are being violated. The smart meters are not smart, they are not safe, they are not green, they must be stopped. People over profits. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm here because I have an RF meter on my home. It's not a smart meter, but it's a radio frequency meter. It's a Class 2B carcinogen, and it's giving me health problems. I've been sleeping in my car for the past 2.5 months since I moved into this apartment with the RF meter, and I have a cough today. I'm getting sick from sleeping in my car. I'm unable to work in my apartment, and I do work out of my home. Having this RF meter is a horrific problem for me, and because Edison is charging double for an analog meter, it is discouraging my landlady and everybody from switching from RF to analog, because instead of, it'll be an extra $4,000 a year, which my landlady has asked me to pay for, and I cannot afford it. I'm begging you, I saw a videotape of you allowing a man up at North to get a smart meter off his apartment, and I'm asking you today, can you please have this RF meter until you make any decisions, just until you make a decision about opt-outs or whatever. I beg of you to please have the RF meter taken off at no cost until such time as the utility comes up with a plan, because it's really, really affecting my health, and I get sharp pains in my ear every time the pulse comes. Would that be possible, President Peavy?